Not quite sure what this bird is up to. Hi folks, and welcome back to the WTF. And one of the other bits of interesting test equipment and ex-aircraft stuff that I've been clearing out and wanting to have a look at was this big box, which is a test set ratio type 500. I don't know much about what this is for, but if we have a look in, remove the lid, we've got what appears to be some sort of resistance box or resistance tester. There's the cat coming in. Yeah, I'm not sure what this would be for. Probably for aligning some form of aircraft avionics or something. But what's interesting is this box. I'm not sure if it's the box or what's inside it. It really is very heavy. I think it weighs about almost, I would say about 16 kilos. And I'm not sure whether there's going to be much inside this because it comes with a circuit, or looks like some sort of circuit diagram or schematic, and all it seems to have is a load of resistors. Anyhow, I've started to remove this, but I can't get any further because this panel is held on by these knobs and everything. So what I'll do is I'm going to take it apart and see what's inside. I think the first thing we have to do is get rid of all these knobs, which are in quite nice condition actually. You should be able to use these for something. It's got quite nice terminals here, which again would be worth keeping. These knobs come in two parts, and we've got like a screw that goes through the spindle of the switch or potentiometer. Let's put those aside for a bit. I need a slightly smaller screwdriver. That's on quite. Put those all together as well. Right, I'm going to carry on doing this and then we'll have a look inside. Right, I managed to remove all these knobs and this panel is now free, so let's take a look inside. Okay. Well, that is a pretty solid thing. I was hoping to find something else, but as we can clearly see, we've got a die-cast box. So I'm assuming that this is obviously a very very precision instrument, and the huge heavy box is really to, you know, to keep the resistances absolutely bang on in terms of temperature changes and things like that. So I guess I'm going to have to figure out how to open this. This looks, no wonder the box was so heavy. Right, back in a moment. I'm going to have to break out some rather unconventional tooling to undo this. I just hope I can get these things to fit. That one's coming off okay. Some of these are that's not too bad. Well, we're getting there. Remove all those screws. I've still got a few more down here. Right, if it'll open this time, let's give it a bit of a tap. There we are. Get into a good position. Oh my goodness. Wow. Everything's covered in wax. Oh, smell, shellac. It smells like a Vulcan cockpit. I think what we need to do is bring the camera down and have a quick look at this. Gosh, this thing has never seen the light of day since it was made. Go and get the camera. Well, this is really quite interesting. As I said, this thing's sealed in this container. It's got a rubber seal, so everything what you're looking at here has probably not seen the light of day since it was put together. And everything is like brand spanking new. Let's just have a look at a few things. So those are those terminals. Absolutely mint condition. And that's obviously some sort of desiccator. And we've got what I presume are loads of resistors, which are coated in this wax stuff. I'll see if we can open one of those up. If we turn this around, I'll just have to put the camera down for a minute. So we've got loads of quite nice ceramic resistors, power resistors, which could be useful for something. Not lots of this Paxoline stuff as well, which always is quite useful. And lots of nice ceramic rotary switches as well, which again are always useful for stuff. I think what I'm going to try and do is see if I can get the knife out and see if we can open up this, take some of this, see what's under these, under the wax stuff. Well, I've got one of these resistor units out. And as you can see, like the rest of it, it's all covered in this wax stuff. So I think what we'll try and do is see if we can melt it off with the hot air blower. So we'll just put that on and see what happens. I've got it in a margarine dish to, it is melting, there we are, to catch all the wax, otherwise it's going to end up in a bit of a mess. Just increase this up a bit so it goes in. Oh, it's melting. I'm guessing they must have put all the wax on before they put it all together. So I'm imagining this is probably some sort of precision resistor, hence the reason why they got it covered in wax. So I'm not quite sure whether we'll be able to use this for much. But it'll be interesting to see what's inside all this. But I managed to strip off all the wax off this resistor, and as you can see, we've got basically a former with resistance wire. So this is obviously some sort of precision resistance, which, given the amount of wax that came off it, they obviously don't want it to change very much. There's a whole load of these in that thing, as you saw, so all of different values. There's not really an awful lot that I can use one of these sort of things for. I suppose the formers might come in useful, so we'll have a look in that, but whether it's worthwhile with the effort trying to remove all those and the wax, it's a bit of a mucky job to say the least. Right, I think I'm probably just about done with this test set. Unfortunately, there's not really much that I can really use from it. The rotary switches are quite nice, but they are a bit of a pain to remove because they've got these recessed nuts. And I've got plenty of those. I've got plenty of these rotary switches. So I'm going to probably end up slinging most of this. The resistors, as you saw, there's not much to them. They're sort of precision resistors. Can't really see myself ever using those for anything. Yeah, so I'm going to see if my son wants this nice box. It's a pity it's so heavy. It's made out of die-cast aluminium. It's a lovely box, but it's ridiculously heavy because obviously the way it was designed for sealing these components. Anyhow, I've got one or two test sets left, which we can have a look at. I've got one which is it's got a bit more interesting stuff in rather than just boring resistors. Anyhow, catch you guys all another time, and thanks for watching.